Alright, so I've installed the skylight. Here's the area that we're lighting up. Just to sort of throw some more light into the middle of the kitchen area and the lounge. Kids are playing in the background. But bit of a review, I suppose. The instructions could have been clearer, so you can see some extra holes there. I'll have to backfill that up. And traditional Australian house was not ideal to install this. It's more designed for, I'm imagining, an apartment. So you'd have a normal ceiling and then you have a false ceiling above that you suspend this from. So at each corner you'd have hanging steel wires or ropes or whatever you want to call it. So I had to make up a little frame, and I've got a post up which shows the frame that I made to support that off the gyprock ceiling. But I'm really happy with the light that it throws in here. It's a very convincing illusion. So if we get in there, you can see that it really does look like infinite sort of distance to blue sky, and it's only when you come here, I've set it up so it's sort of showing light from, say, 2 o'clock sort of in the afternoon, maybe a little bit later, with the idea just to throw a little bit more light, as I was saying, into our living space. And also in winter, we live up on the New South Wales tablelands, and it's pretty miserable in winter. Sometimes you can have a whole week where you don't really get much sun. So yeah, just a bit of blue sky and bright light into your eyeballs. I've also wired it up to a smart wall switch as well, so it'll be running on a timer. The light doesn't have a dimming function, which I am disappointed in, because it was advertised on the Yeelight site, or rather it was ambiguous on the Yeelight site, but unfortunately it does not have dimming. You can still run it on a dimmer though, and it will let you take out, I don't know, maybe 20% of the light, and then it just starts to flicker. We can show you that now. You probably won't be able to see it on the camera here. And unfortunately hooking it up to a dimmer does mean that it sort of flickers on as well, but you can see that it truly is a flicker free light source, because when we turn it off, it actually does fade. So however they're making their phosphors luminesce, I suppose, yeah, it definitely doesn't flicker. So with a dimmer that would otherwise make a non-dimmable light flicker, you don't get that sort of flickering with this light. I probably will replace that though with a non-dimmable one, just in case it's hurting the electronics that are running the light. But anyway, that's the review. And yeah, as I mentioned before, I do have a post up on my YouTube which shows some photos of the install process, photos up in the ceiling, and my kids getting in the way. Anyway, thanks for watching.